Do you ever feel like your partner sets you up? Like they intentionally create some kind of situation where their expectations are not communicated clearly, or they're super vague, and there ends up being a moment or a standard that's impossible for you to meet. So when you fail to meet it because it was never clearly defined, it gives them permission to be abusive. You're not crazy. This is a thing. It is called the setup for abuse. And if you're new to my page, my name is Jackie, and I'm giving real examples of emotional abuse so that you can spot them in your relationships. A few years into the relationship, like after the love bombing and the grooming, after the devaluation and the gaslighting started, after the double standards and the pushing of the boundaries, I started to feel like he would intentionally set me up just so I could fail, and he would be able to abuse me in some capacity. This is done with the double bind. So the double bind is when it doesn't matter which choice you pick, it's going to be the wrong one. Like the alarm. My ex would set an alarm every single morning, but not turn it off or get up or wake up or do anything. And it would go off over and over and over again. So at first I would try to wake him up, but he was impossible to get up. If I did get him somewhat awake, he would tell me to never mind and to leave him alone. Okay. So the alarm would continue to go off for another 20, 30, 40 minutes. And obviously it was driving me fucking insane. He told me to leave him alone, so I did. Only for him to eventually jump out of bed and yell at me for not getting him up. He was going to be late for work, and now it was my fault. So the next day, the same thing happened. His alarm goes off, and I sit there thinking, what the fuck do? Do I wake him up? Do I not wake him up? And we did this dance for months. If I woke him up, I would be yelled at and criticized. If I didn't wake him up, I would be yelled at and criticized. Initiating also comes to mind. He would ask me to initiate more because he said it made him feel wanted, like a man, and loved. So the next day I initiated, only he told me it wasn't genuine. I only did it because he asked. So now he feels unloved and unwanted. So I take this information and I go, okay, I'm going to initiate when he least expects it. So I hold off for a few days because I want it to be genuine. But he stops talking to me. I try to ask what's going on and I get these one-word replies. He's clearly pissed and I end up walking on eggshells for 2 straight days waiting for the explosion that I know is about to come. So it finally escalates and he yells at me because he told me what he needed, but I have put 0 effort into meeting those needs. He also says he's back to feeling unloved and that I don't care about him or our relationship. And I sit there absolutely fucking dumbfounded. I tried to initiate. You turned me down. You're not crazy. They set you up in these impossible situations so they can feel justified abusing you.